Does your dog suffer from separation anxiety? Here are 3 quick tips to help them. Tip number 1, and it may or may not be available to you, is doggy daycare or having the dog walked when you're out for a long period of time. I recognize there's a cost with this, but there's also tremendous benefit. The doggy daycare, not only are they getting interaction with other dogs to stimulate the mind, but they're also getting interaction with people. And if they're being walked in addition to the human interaction while you're gone, they're also getting the benefit of exercise. Which leads me to tip number 2, exercise. You would be surprised with how many behavior issues are directly tied to a lack of exercise. And so if you don't have time to take your dog for a walk for 20 or 30 minutes before you go to work or before you're heading out for the day or going on a trip, you can get them a lot of exercise in a quick period of time by playing fetch with them. It's one of the fastest times. If you have someone else in your house, you can practice recall back and forth and get the dog sprinting and moving back and forth. In a 3 to 5 minute period of intense exercise, you can really help prepare your dog for the rest of the day. Tip number 3 is a special treat, not just any treat, but a frozen treat. That can be a frozen Kong stuffed with kibble, stuffed with treats, or peanut butter. If you're going to put their kibble in the Kong, I would recommend adding some water and freezing it. And the reason for the frozen Kong as opposed to a regular treat is dogs can typically consume a treat, at least our dogs, in about 32.7 seconds. But with a frozen Kong, it is a time release. It takes the dog time to lick, allow the Kong itself to melt. And that's going to not only engage the brain and the mind, but it's going to give them a slow release treat, the benefit of the food or the peanut butter, whatever is inside the Kong. And so it's kind of a 2-point tool. Not only does it engage the dog's brain and keep their mind off of the fact that you're gone, but it's also directly benefiting them. With every lick of the frozen Kong, they're getting something in return. They're getting that same little dopamine return we get when we're on social media. So you can think of that frozen Kong as like giving your dog a cell phone and access to social media. Yeah, that might not sound great, but it does keep them occupied and away from the anxiety and the thought of the fact that you're not around. We recognize how challenging it can be to have a dog with social anxiety. First and foremost, it's tough for the dog. We all want what's best for our animals. And second, they can be more prone to scratching or chewing or barking, which neighbors aren't always happy with. Or we as folks that live in homes or apartments then have to do an extra repair. And so it really is to everyone's benefit to help our dogs with this. And it can be very challenging. And if you do have a dog that really suffers from social anxiety, I would recommend consulting with a trainer or an animal behaviorist or veterinarian to see what they recommend as far as a actual regimented program and action steps to take. These are a few quick recommendations to help alleviate symptoms, but at the end of the day, it's most important to address the root cause, and that takes a specialist to help identify the root cause and then map out a game plan. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. And if your dog does have social anxiety, give a thumbs up for the fact that you're doing something that's going to help them. And we wish you the best. See you in the next video.